here is something most men never realize. When a woman is talking to you, she is not really listening to your words, she is reading everything else: your tone, your body language, the energy you walked in with, the way you hold yourself when you think nobody is watching. Women are not doing this consciously. It is instinct. It is wired into us from thousands of years of evolution, because words are easy to fake. Everything else is almost impossible to hide. So while you are standing there thinking about the perfect opener, she has already decided how she feels about you before you even finish your first sentence, and that one truth changes everything about how you should be thinking about women. Let me prove this to you with a real story. A guy once approached a woman using the most embarrassing line you have ever heard in your life. He looked at her and said, "If I had realized earlier that you were more beautiful than a falling star, I would have caught you a while ago and put you in my pocket." I know exactly what you are thinking right now. That is the cringiest thing ever said by a human being, and you would be 100% correct. But here is the part that will shock you. She gave him her number. They had coffee that same day, and they went on a full date later that week. How is that even possible? Because he was not saying it to impress her, he was saying it because he was genuinely having fun. He was relaxed, he was loose, he did not need her to react. Well, he just enjoyed the moment completely, and she felt every single bit of that energy. That is what got him her number. Not the words, never the words, the feeling behind the words. Now let me tell you about the most attractive approach I have ever personally experienced. I was at a grocery store. A guy's average height, not classically handsome, nothing about him would have stood out in a photograph, but within 2 minutes, I noticed something that stopped me completely. He was comfortable, not arrogant, not performing, just genuinely completely at ease in his own skin, like a man who had nothing to prove to anyone. And then after a few minutes of easy conversation, he looked at me, smiled calmly, and said, "You do know I am flirting with you, right?" That was it, 5 words, and I felt a physical reaction move through my entire body, not because of what he said, because of the certainty behind it. He was not asking for permission, he was not hiding what he wanted, he was not nervous about my reaction. He just said the truth clearly and let it land. That kind of clarity is so rare in men today, that when a woman encounters it, her body responds before her brain even processes what happened. That is the power of energy over words. So now you are probably wondering, how do I actually develop that? Because here is what most men do wrong. They think the solution is better lines, better openers, better techniques, so they spend hours online memorizing scripts and studying what to say, because she is not hearing the words, she is feeling the anxiety underneath. The words, she is feeling the anxiety underneath them. She is sensing the desperation for approval. She is reading the tension in your shoulders and the hesitation in your voice, and no amount of clever wording fixes any of that. The real solution is completely different. The real solution is getting so comfortable in your own skin that the words become completely irrelevant. And here is how you start doing that this week. Exercise number 1. Walk down the street and break into a random dance for 30 seconds, then keep walking like nothing happened. The goal is simple but powerful. You are teaching your nervous system that social judgment will not destroy you. Because right now, your brain treats the fear of embarrassment like a life or death emergency. It is not. And you need to prove that to yourself with your body, not just your mind. Exercise number 2. Say something completely random to a total stranger. With full confidence, walk up to someone and say something like, "I always feel calmer when it rains on a Tuesday." Then just keep moving. The point is not to make sense. The point is to speak without needing their reaction to validate you. Most men only open their mouth when they are sure of the outcome. This breaks that pattern completely. Exercise number 3. Get in your car, blast your favorite music and sing at the absolute top of your lungs. And when you catch someone watching you through the window, do not get smaller, get louder, get more animated, lean into being seen instead of hiding from it. These exercises sound simple, maybe even ridiculous, but what they are doing underneath the surface is profound. They are rewiring your nervous system to be comfortable with being seen, and when you are genuinely comfortable being seen, everything about how you communicate changes without you even trying. Your voice drops and relaxes naturally, your body opens up instead of closing in, your words come out clean and direct instead of calculated and careful, and that shift, that invisible shift, is what women are actually responding to when they feel drawn to a man they cannot fully explain. Here is the truth that most men are never told. When you walk up to a woman, she is not consciously grading your question without even knowing she is asking it. Who is this man? Does he know what he wants? Is he comfortable with himself? Does he need my approval to feel okay about himself? And most men answer every single one of those questions in the wrong direction. direction before they even say their first word. The men who understand this are genuinely rare, and the ones who do understand it have more real options with women than they know what to do with, not because of their looks, not because of their money, but because of how they feel to be around, and that feeling is completely available to you. It just starts from the inside out, not from a better line, not from a better script, from a better relationship with yourself. If this completely changed how you think about attraction, and women, subscribe right now, because everything I put out is built around giving you the real truth about what women respond to, and why. Drop your question in the comments below, be as specific as you want, I read every single one, and I actually answer. See you in the next one.